attention.
Away, clean, first time. The power comes on through 5 strokes, up through 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Now Great Britain in lane 4 have to unleash an almighty challenge and push, because alongside them in lane 3, Canada, who stroke for stroke at each and every mark, match them within 100th of a second down the track. Dan, it's a big race today for Great Britain, but an even bigger one for Canada.
Well, it's a big race. I mean, the world champions Canada are a lovely, smooth, easy-moving crew, and they've been pretty dominant now for the last 2 years. They've been together for 2 years, and leading that Canadian assault on these next Olympics. But the British four, oddly, has had a completely different preparation. This is the first time that they're actually racing a final as this lineup. So they've come from 3 different boats. There's one guy, Mike Williams, has come from the 8, from the 4. Alex Partridge has come from the 8, and the pair of Cracknell and Pinsent have come together. So trying to get this boat to work properly together is really, really important. So whether they win or lose here, in a way, it doesn't matter. But the key thing is they've finally got their boat together. This is the one that's going to go to the Olympics, and this is the one that is going to be really our best bet for an Olympic medal.
A great shot there. Look, stroke for stroke. Great Britain, Canada. It's within inches of each other now as they come up to the first timing mark. Canada just get it, but it's a matter of feet. Nothing more than that. Canada, Great Britain and Poland. Now the epic race that we thought and expected is starting to unfold now. And it really will be, Dan, in this next 500 meters, it's these 2 crews. Okay, they're going to be aware of the others, but it's just a psychological battle, isn't it? The pain will start to come in now. The adrenaline starts to get down, the lactic acid into the legs, but you really have to hold on. You just can't let off one single stroke.
Interesting to see the difference in styles. You see how far back that the Canadians are lying. They're not big guys. Compared to the British four, they're not big guys, so they lie right back to try and get the maximum push to the end of the stroke there by staying long in the water. There's James Cracknell in the bow seat of the British boat, just looking across to see what they've got to do, where they are. But there they are, neck and neck, and that's a very good position for the British four to be.
So through 800 metres, Great Britain now starting to put a push on. They usually push between the 800 and the 1,000, and you can see just and stroke for stroke the bows started to come through. But Canada look quite comfortable up there, just ahead of them in the white boats. And Matthew Pinsent, the great Matthew Pinsent there, is just smooth, and he's just doing what he has to do.
It was very nice to see young Alex Partridge there sitting behind Matthew. He looked very cool, very, very relaxed. He's a young, but he's a very, very mature athlete. And they are sitting there at 37 strokes a minute. They're about 1 stroke a minute more than Canada, but looking pretty nice, pretty good there. Canada's made a little bit of a push there as they come to the halfway point.
The epic race that we expected is developing. Great Britain being led only just by Canada at the first timing mark, 500 down, it was within inches. The same again at the halfway mark. The only thing that's changed is Poland, who are 3rd, have been replaced by USA, but really along the banks here, along the Roxy, the Lake of the Gods, the home of international rowing, everybody will be looking at these 2 crews.
Gary,
as we come through now, Dan, look
at the United States at the top of the picture as well. The United States coming right back into the picture there. And those 4 guys there in that American boat, Jason Reed, Dan Beery, Bo Hoopman and Brian Volpenheim, they are the 4 top men in the American squad. They will probably end up in the 8, but Mike Tatey, their coach, has decided to try them out in a 4 here, just to keep the cars close to his chest a bit.
12:50 gone now. Great Britain are going to be put under pressure because Canada have moved out to a half a length. Canada have just upped the rate. You can see them now compared. Look at Great Britain in the yellow boat, and we just looked across. This is USA up in lane number 1, who are hunting Great Britain in 4. Here they go, hunting Great Britain. Australia in 5. Again, they've got the overlap. Great Britain now coming under phenomenal pressure. Questions really, has Jürgen Grobler done the right thing? Everyone's going to be looking to the result of this race some 6 or so weeks out from Athens to see whether or not it's all going to come good. Up at the top, unbelievable. USA are just sneaking through as we come down. We're getting a good view now of the speed of these crews. 500 now remain. Great Britain under enormous pressure. It was stroke for stroke for the first 500 metres. As we got out to the halfway mark, Canada started to ease away. The Americans came on strong in that third 5. They're pushing Great Britain. They're about 2 or 3 feet down. Great Britain closest to us in the yellow boat. It's all happening, Dan.
Gary, just there, just as they were approaching that mark there, Matthew Pinson had dropped it down to 37 strokes a minute. Just as they went through there, he's gone up to 40, 41 strokes a minute, and they are beginning to peg back. This is what he's famous for, that final sprint. He can take it up to 43 strokes, 44 strokes a minute, and he's taking it. Can the other three stay with him in this very new combination? That's going to be the key.
Matthew Pinson leads Great Britain in the heavyweight men's coxless 4. We've got 250 metres remaining, and up they go. Alex Partridge, who relishes the fight. He loves the fight in there in the 3C. He says no mercy, show everyone no respect on the start line. That's what he's done, but USA up in lane 1 are showing no respect to Great Britain in 4. Canada now are merely holding on. You can see that because up there in 1, USA are powering in through. The speed, the boat is up out of the water, the bows are moving. Great Britain have now, look at that, Great Britain have been killed off by USA. And what a turn of speed. 75 metres remain here on the Rothsay, the men's final coxless 4s, and USA have just blown the field off the water. It's a phenomenal and magnificent result there for USA, who came from nowhere up in lane 1, pushing out Canada into second place, and Great Britain squeezed through and out into the bronze medal position. Dan, what can we take from that?
That was stunning from the United States. I mean, that was completely unexpected, and that's thrown up a great question mark for their coach there. Do they stay in the 4 or do they go back in the 8? That was great, absolutely great, but and they are delighted with it.
So there it is, Great Britain squeezed out into the bronze medal position. USA stunned the world here while they snuck through in the last 250 metres, and the world champions Canada in second place. But it's going to be a great showdown come Athens.